And now it is pressure on time, and really what the Jets would love more than anything else at this point is to get their running game going. Try and bleed this clock a little bit.
Green is the running back. They have Connor in as the fullback. And they give it to Green, and he follows Connor. And he earns 5 yards with some tough running. Kendall Langford makes the stop. 2nd down and 5.
Tim Dobbins that time just overran the play just a bit, but I can guarantee you with Rex Ryan over there, they are sitting there talking about, and Brian Schottenheimer, because we just want to just pound this football. You can remember some of when he was wired in some of those playoff games. Let's play some Jets football now. Let's pound this thing out. We don't want to give it back to them.
2nd down and 5. Well, they're going to go to the air. He checks it off underneath. It's Tomlinson, and that's a 1st down. So mixing it up on 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Of course, they can now begin to use as much of the play clock as they can.
Yeah, and Schottenheimer has told Mark Sanchez a shot called is not necessarily a shot taken. So just because I call something down the field, don't forget about number 21. LaDainian Tomlinson's pretty good coming out as a receiver. Take that and let him go pick up the 1st down for you.
Hall of Fame check down guy from the 33-yard line. Green back in. Fake to him. Give it to Smith. Smith with room on the outside. Smith picks up a 1st down. And he is finally forced out of bounds near midfield. So valuable. Brad Smith.
Well, Randy Starks, who really has played defensive end so much, you're going to see him shoot straight down the line here this year, but he really started as a nose tackle, so it probably was not something he was thinking about, that reverse coming around, and that time he got cut down inside and gave up a big play.
Goes to the ball at the 50. Under 5 minutes now to play. Looking ahead each team with all of its timeouts. Again, the play fake. Sanchez. And this time it goes to Tomlinson, but too low. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, it would have been a dangerous throw over the middle. And you could see Sanchez almost thinking about Brian Schottenheimer in his head, going, just because I call this doesn't mean you have to throw it. A lot of coverage in the middle of the field. 2 defenders around his receiver, so he just checks it down to LT. Just missed the throw.
Second and 10. Oh, and he threw it right into the hands of Kendall Langford. Langford will be seeing that in his dreams for a week.
Well, this is essentially just a shovel pass here. They're going to try and get everybody out in front, sort of a little screen. And Sanchez couldn't figure out a way to get it over Langford. He sort of just hesitated and almost threw a pick. You could, oh boy, Sanchez, I can't believe that ball ever left my hand. Not only did he throw it to him, he threw it softly to him. Nerves starting to be a factor now.
Green and Tomlinson both in the backfield. Shotgun, play clock all the way down. 3rd and 10. And Sanchez throws, and that is caught in a huge catch and a huge conversion to Braylon Edwards on a 3rd and 10 to the 31-yard line.
This is absolutely unbelievable they got this in here. Jason Allen has help over the top. No reason to let anything short come underneath him. That is a huge mistake. As a defensive coordinator, you're saying, I called the perfect play there. My guy has to take away that underneath thrower. And there's Damian Woody working against Cameron Wake, and he's done a good job on him. Poor play by Jason Allen.
And that's exactly what Mike Nolan has to be thinking right now. And now this is Green. And Green gets tackled at the 25-yard line. And comes up a little gimpy.
Well, it's not so bad, though, this time around when Sean Green goes out and you bring in a future Hall of Famer. Boy, what a drive the Jets are putting together here. And you know, sometimes you have to get lucky, Al, and Sanchez got lucky. He made a huge mistake, lofting that ball into Kendall Langford's arms, dropped it, and got away with it.
And they're chewing up the clock on their way down the field. This is the 8th play of the drive with a little over 3 to go. And Tomlinson turns the corner inside the 10. And Tomlinson takes it to the 4, where it'll be first down and goal.
Well, for all the good things that Cameron Wake has done, he has been pinned a few times by Dustin Keller, and that was a big one right there. Keller is going to come in motion and go back out again, and going to end up getting this hook block against Cameron Wake. The Jets felt like they could run at Wake. They felt like they had the help in pass protection against him, but he gave up a big one there.
First and goal. They're going to compel Miami to start using their timeouts on defense here. They'll take the play clock all the way down to 1. They give it to Tomlinson. He'll take it to the 3-yard line. And the Dolphins will spend a timeout here. And it will be second down and goal.
Let's go back to that big miss by Jason Allen on the Braylon Edwards catch. Right back here, he's going to have safety help. So all he has to do is run underneath Braylon Edwards. There's no reason. You don't have to play anything high. You have help back there. Double coverage. Here's the safety right back here. He's turning and facing the receiver. Anything deep down the field he's got, don't worry about it. Do not let him catch anything underneath you. Big time mistake.
Second down and goal. Do you think about Keller here? No receptions in the second half. Big first half. Big game last week.
How much do you trust your young quarterback here?
Right, or do you run the ball and make Miami use another timeout? Rolling, looking, throwing, incomplete. Intended for Keller. He had Keller and Edwards in that same neighborhood.
Remember what Mark Sanchez was telling us last night? He basically said, you know what, the best play I made all week last week was the one right before the end of the half. We had a field goal set up, and I saw my guy, and I almost pulled the trigger, and I just didn't. I threw it out of bounds, and we kicked a field goal, and you can see the thought process working in the maturity now in Mark Sanchez.
Third and goal. Tomlinson in the backfield.
Jason Allen one-on-one with Braylon Edwards.
Fade to the corner of the end zone, and it is pass interference because he never turned around and looked at it. Allen getting right into the face of Edwards.
It's the right call. It's the right call.
Got to look for the ball.
Defense, number 32.
You know, you want that 8-point lead. So, but he would have the option if he chose to. We'll see how he plays it.
Second down and goal. Tomlinson and Richardson, the fullback, and LaDainian will go into the end zone for the touchdown. So LaDainian, Tomlinson, and short of a goal line stand, which would have taken a lot of time off the clock, and Miami's last 2 timeouts, not the worst thing in the world. They're still going to have to go all the way down the field, and at least they're going to have 2 timeouts. And Nick Folk comes in for the extra point.
Well, you see all these offensive linemen on the hard slant here, all going right. And Nick Mangold not only buried the first guy, but he also got Tim Dobbins just enough.
As Nick Folk boots it through. So it's 31-23.
Army to the right, please, sir. And they all went that way. And LT's done that a few times in his career, hasn't he?
154 career touchdowns for Tomlinson. Only Jerry Rice and Emmitt Smith have more. There it is. And the second most rushing, obviously, for LaDainian behind Emmitt.